we'll start recording now. I was just doing a bit of a recap. It's fine. What? I don't know either. So you're all in Lillian's carriage on your way to the haven of the ruling baron to drop off one Edward Morey and see if he wants you to pursue this further or if he wants to send you on some other, like, get you to do something else, basically, or if he wants you to stay on this trail. Do you want to discuss anything while you're in the carriage? Yes.
Terribly sorry. I was trying to log out of dinosaur game without getting eaten.
It's okay.
Oh, how are we going to approach this with the Baron?
Should be simple enough. It is a report and an inquiry.
Simplicity is not a kindred ideology, my dear.
Doesn't mean it's entirely foreign.
No. But they want things like facts and evidence.
Well, we clearly have
so
evidence.
Who? Eddie boy?
He's just kind of like just sat with amidst all you all. And well, I guess like I said, I don't really remember much.
Just because you don't remember
Exactly.
doesn't mean that you don't remember things.
I mean, any Baron worth his salt might have a Malkavian capable of some brain scrambling, or unscrambling in your case. It's quite painful. Obviously, I shouldn't be the one to speak to the Baron. I don't think he likes me. Although that's also because I'm fairly feral myself. Many people don't like my sort. Even many gangrels don't like my sort.
Well, I guess that leaves me. Unless we magically get some other person.
Wolf's just gonna look at Zane. Wolf's just gonna look at Zane like,
suddenly
wow.
just appears. He was invisible, and then he just goes, "I'm here too."
Yeah, but you're chopped liver.
Well, if you're going to constantly be invisible, I'm going to assume you're not here.
Speaking of which, don't be invisible in the presence of the Baron. It only pisses off older kindred.
Yes, it is very rude.
When within the Baron's sanctum, you will want to be visible at all times unless told otherwise. Consider it kindred etiquette. Keeps that ugly little head on your shoulder. As keeps you off my table, at least. Well, Miss Lillian,
Also, this
are
was
you
just the
willing?
newspaper from last time.
Mm,
Ah, yes, wonderful.
nice. I feel like we got
Some of
mildly
those names are
distracted.
familiar. Just pointing that out.
Yeah.
Not in context of this game, though. So, Wolf looking at Lillian.
So you wish to go the route of the politician in this case and scenario to report to the Baron?
I prefer straightforward for this report. It's not always
Wonderful.
easy.
Then you will play the deck of cards, and I will simply watch. I'm interested. What's the younger ones nowadays act in court? I haven't been in the presence of a baron and a prince in quite a long time. You ever been to an Elysium?
Of character, I forget things sometimes out of character.
Elysium is
It's
a kind of
Cameron
gather.
thing.
Yeah. It's not. Well, you probably would have heard of them because just you're a Tizine, so
So Elysiums are, for lack of a better word, a party that the Camarilla throws. It's a little bit of a fun fact. Some princes allow anarchs at this party.
yes.
Elysiums are for both anarchs and Camarillans a no-fight zone. To use any of your disciplines at Elysium is basically a blood sentence. You're sentenced to death.
You get shredded
It's
by
a
both
moment.
sides.
It's a moment for treaties and important things to be done. For the broker, the dude that operates the favors. We're anarchs. We might have one. I don't know. We don't know. I don't know in character yet if we do. If we were Cameron, we definitely would have one. And they're the dudes that operate the favors, which is when kindreds make promises to one another, and they're the dudes that make sure everybody's upholding those promises. But yeah, basically the masquerade of the vampire, the masquerade, but not really because the masquerade's towards a tenant.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've attended Elysium yet.
You sort don't normally do. You're a dragon, a devil, a fiend, a warlock. You don't normally attend such things. They are beneath you.
Well, clearly you know this. Why bother asking if I've attended?
Because you're young and stupid. And I love the young and stupid. Especially when they die.
Well, I certainly hope not to die anytime recently.
He just kind of looks at you.
I wouldn't jinx it. Death has a way of sneaking up on people, especially those that think themselves immortal. Yes. I suppose your no-nonsense stoic approach will be useful. I'm a man of many, 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 many words. I don't think you'll like that. And Kaz is a musician.
Don't worry about that. I just forgot to
Without
show
any
it to
music.
everyone.
Ooh la la, mon ami. Is a musician without any music. And Zane, what are you good at?
Well, I thought stalking until I encountered that beady-eyed woman who always sees me.
Now, you haven't been really doing a good job. Also, didn't you get attacked by an owl? Wasn't that a whole thing?
I went up to the owl, though. I was just asking for it. No, it was different.
A families. That, or a milk child. Now it's a families. If it was a milk child in form, scratch you, you'd be dead. Maybe, kind of. Depends on your banality.
Mm.
Banality, banana, banana, banana. Anyways. A milk child? What else am I supposed to call them? That's your word for them. I'm not English, I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish or Welsh. Well, actually, there was one point that I was pretending to be a Welshman. There's a whole situation. Well, I wasn't the man, I was the... We'll talk about that another day. Anyways.
Also, I've just updated the keywords handout
Oh, lovely.
because the picture was broken, so I've just updated it. So it includes a lot now.
That is a lot.
Remind me, is Baron Moraine an elder or is he an Anacelian?
He is not. He's not an elder. He's more of an Anacelian.
Okay.
He's not reached the 300-year mark yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of barons that aren't elders. That's kind of the whole point of the Anarch movement is down with the elders. But just there are some that are elders. So I just need to do.
Yeah, it's fine. He's not an elder.
Okay.
So,
So.
So,
hey, I already said that.
I was concurring.
But I hardly know you all. As if we only met a day ago. Weird how time passes.
Truly.
We have a musician, a hotel owner, a hobo, a gentleman's club man, and myself. A gorgeous divine beauty of otherworldly nature. And we have Eddie Boy here as well. Yes, Kaz, what was that? Oh, we should just take some time to get to know each other at some point. Do a little bit of sport, fox hunting. What else do English people do? Tea and crumpets. Bowling. Wait, bowling doesn't exist yet. Scratch that. Golf. Golf exists by now. Or not.
I am going to make that
Especially you.
keywords document a bit more readable later.
Right.
Oh, actually,
sure,
no,
Eddie,
wait. Bowling
holds
was
racist.
invented in 1810.
Yeah.
Ipswich, England. Oh yeah, so no, yeah, bowling.
Wait, no, are they talking about Bowling Greens?
No, they're talking about. Hold on.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. I was just
Uh,
thinking it meant they were thinking about Bowling Greens for the Ipswich one.
So tin pin bowling became popular in Ipswich, England in 1810. So yeah, no, bowling still counts. Bowling still counts. It
Huh.
then was legalized in 1841 though. So again,
It was legal for like so long.
Yeah, so like well it's like, oh wait, no, you guys don't do that anymore. Golf. Go for hunting. Forcing
Mm.
Cramming little children into coal mines. That's what we do for fun, right? We should really hang out. You ever been in a coal mine?
Edward
Those
goes,
jokes.
"Oh, I did. I've been on one. Worked down them with my pa when I was a kid."
Good man. Builds character. I've never been in a coal mine. I was in a salt field once, though.
There's a
I burned
lot
it
of
to the
people
ground.
died from black lung. Yeah.
It's a little bit of seasoning.
But at this point, you would be pulling up to keep forgetting where I put this guy's frickin' I think it was at the coin exchange.
He was at the coin exchange, but he's also
Yes.
the bear. He can have multiple.
He can be
Yeah.
anywhere he wants.
He owns the city. He can be
Yeah,
wherever the heart
But I think it
desires.
was I think it was the corn exchange.
Yes, that's where Wolf met him.
So I should just write that down in his notes. Um Oh, I already have it in his notes. I'm just dumb. Understood.
Head pats.
So you're pulling up outside the exchange. And stepping out of your carriage this late in the evening, you take an entrance that is more secluded from public view, given the exchange does not usually operate at this hour. You climb the many steps higher and higher to the highest point of the exchange, where Francis Mortain keeps his home. Well, one of his homes. And also where he tends to operate business out of. As you go up to the door, do you knock or do you just walk in?
Obviously, we knock. You don't just walk into a higher up, super important person's building by that standard. There's
Hello.
a friend. Hmm.
Wolf, who's already preparing to like sneak in through a window, just looks over.
Oh.
How are you
Looks down at
stretching
Corpse.
out one window and into another?
He's not. He's stretching. He's crawled up. He kind of you see his head is like turned in a creepy manner as he just kind of like latches himself down as he gets back on his feet.
Yes, but the difference between you and I is one, I am a gangrel. It is expected that I do as I do. And two, I'm a hypocrite. Fuck you.
Looks down into his pocket. There's a squeaking sound.
No, fuck them. Not you. You're okay. Even though this was your idea, jackass.
So, those of you not trying to sneak in through a window, knock on the door. There's quiet for a moment before you hear a familiar voice of your Baron answer. Come in.
Entry.
You all enter. Are you still going through the window, Baxter?
Oh no, he'll go through the door at this point.
You all enter with Edward in tow. And before you, the Baron is talking in hushed tones to you. Oh,
It was Fred.
Oh, it's Fred.
Back.
Talking in hushed tones with two familiar figures and one that you're not so familiar with. The two familiar figures that you see, well, one of them will only be familiar to Zane. But you see Anique, and Zane, you see Mallory stood next to her.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You also see he's tall and lithe. Very like narrow faced man. Obviously a kindred. Carries himself like he's of importance. Is wearing a very proper suit. And doesn't really even spare you a glance as you wander inside. The Baron does glance at you and holds his hand as if to say, hold on a moment. As he finishes up whatever he's discussing and hands some papers to the thin man. And then essentially waves off Mallory and Anique. As they kind of start to move towards your group. Yes, it was the Camarilla. But as they're kind of moving to leave, Mallory does notice you all, and specifically looks at you, Zane, and with a big toothy smile with her very large black eyes, looks at you and goes, "Ah, it's the little mouse." Yes. Yeah. The tall one, the tall woman who's with Anique, gives off a very discordant and airy sort of sound. Not too dissimilar from some Malkavians you've heard. Yes. But also a little similar to the Fae you encountered as well. Did they?
Uh,
Oh no, she wasn't a fae.
It's not the same person.
That's
it's not
not
the
a
same person. Yeah.
No.
that was the experiment.
The fae were the red caps that you met in the alleyway. No, they were after Malkavian, Toreador. No, they were after Malx Toreador's Bruja. They were like a bit like, Bruja will do though. Yeah.
His blood was removed from the beast, so Nosferatu and Gangrel being more intact with the beast was a no-go.
Yeah.
Is how they put it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what the tall woman gives off. It's light and airy, but very discordant. There's not like a specific instrument you can pick out. It's like just a strange amount of sound, just strange sounds.
She's lofi beats.
The other one has a kind of very almost regal trumpet sort of sound to him. He's someone who obviously thinks himself of great importance.
Fucking Ventru. Or Toreador, both.
But yes, the Mallory looks to you, Zane, and says, "Oh, it's the little mouse. Hello."
Zane would look uncomfortable to everyone else, slightly uncomfortable, but be friendly enough and civil back, just saying hi back and trying to keep the conversation short.
Also, to the rest of you, this woman is very tall. She is probably around between 6'9" and 7 foot tall. Her limbs almost look too long for her, too gangly for her body. She has very large eyes that are kind of where the pupil fills them pretty much full, with only the rims of the iris around the edge. Her skin is kind of like a dark, but more ashy and grey color. And she has this big, unsettling kind of toothy grin as she looks at Zane.
Wolf Cheshire grin, looking at Zane and then at the kindred. What does she smell like, by the way? I'm assuming something sickly sweet.
Yeah, it's almost like marzipan. Like sort of
Zane!
smell.
I didn't know you had friends out of the group. Introductions are polite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like cherry fucking cold syrup.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Huh.
Mm. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
But
What's a cherry bakewell?
it's a little like cake thing. It's like a
It's amazing. I love
it's
cherry
like
bread.
filled with like icing, and it's got like it's like a marzipan pastry
Yeah.
cake, and it's got
Not-
like icing
not a
in it,
big
and
fan.
it's usually topped with like a candied cherry.
Not
Yeah.
a big fan of marzipan, but that does sound nice.
They are nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's kind of just like staring down at Zane. She's very fixated on Zane. She's not looking at the rest of you. But Anik kind of just... If any of you look at Anik, she looks hungry. Very hungry. She kind of looks a little discontent. It's like, didn't get chance before we had to come here.
Mm.
I guess I should make an introduction, though.
It is polite.
Especially when they're leering at one of us so keenly.
I would like to paint the image that you've got this bug-eyed, smiling lady. Meanwhile, behind Zane, hands on Zane's shoulders, having told him to make introductions, is Wolf with his fucking sharp-toothed grin, Cheshire grin, just like looking down at Zane as well, just like,
Introductions! Come on, we're friends of friends.
Well, this is Miss Mallory Marslane. She is a fairly well-respected scholar in the Anarch community and is currently residing here. If you are looking for information on subject, she is the person to talk to. Kind of looks over to you, is like, I'm not a Malkavian, dear.
Wolf will reach it. Wolf will reach out a hand to take hers if she allows it. As he sort of bows a little bit.
Well, introductions are wonderful. Truly, a fruit as sweet as you is taboo.
Oh, you old charmer.
Lovely to meet a scholar. If you ever require something or someone to be upended for your research, well, I've got a shovel.
She kind of goes, oh, that is most kind of you. If you all ever need any information, of anything I can provide, the little mouse knows where to find me. Kind of puts a hand on Zane's shoulder.
Wolf.
But since But just to be fair, since I know what all of you are, just a glance really tells me. You may not have heard of me, my kind. I am a Kiosid. There's not many of us around at the moment. But I hope we can be friends. They are very rare. But you can roll me a intelligence plus I'd
Might I
say
make the argument for occult to be included?
yes, occult or academics. Well, no, you can do intelligence, occult, or academics. Well, yeah, you get your intelligence plus either academics or occult. Yeah. Okay.
Wolf isn't rolling. Wolf is just sort of behind Zane.
Yeah. Yeah, you always add your hunger. Just one hunger. You always add it. 2 successes. You've heard the name Kiasid, but you don't know any intimate details about what kind of kindred they are. Just that they are a very old type of kindred. And it's one of those weird ones where no one really knows the origin of them. Mm. Just I hope we could. Kind of like, I hope we could all be friends, just like I am friends with my dear colleague Anik here. It's like, no, she does not. She looks very annoyed that this kindred is touching her right now. As she kind of puts her hands on Anik's shoulders. If you wanted, you could roll me a wits plus insight. All of you can do this if you want.
What was it again?
Wits plus
Wits plus
insight.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's 2 successes. Yes, 2 successes. E. 1 success for Wolf.
Makes sense. He doesn't know Nick very well.
Oh,
He's
jeez.
also
Oh no.
he's also hiding the fact.
Do you
Ooh.
really only have 1 point in between wits and insight?
Yes, I have
Yeah.
nothing in insight.
Oh no.
I put it all into like stealth and stuff like that.
So you
I mean,
don't
it makes-
notice. Yeah,
It's fine. I'm the same as you.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But
We can be witless together.
Yeah, we can be witless.
So Lillian, you don't notice anything, just this looks like Anik being her usual level of annoyed. Zane, you're a little too uncomfortable yourself with this
Yeah.
situation to really notice much, but Anik does seem uncomfortable.
Yeah. You know that scene where it's like in the FNAF cutscene where it's just the puppet following you as you move? It's just like that.
I mean, it's she's not stopped grinning this entire time. Wolf, again, she's uncomfortable. There's something
It's
she doesn't.
terrifying that Wolf and this lady have the same level of fucking Cheshire energy going on.
Yes. But Kaz, this is more than Anik's usual level of discomfort at people. When Mallory grabs her shoulders, her entire body kind of stiffens, like she's ready to run. There is some level of fear involved with these two's relationship. She kind of And Anik kind of pulls away and then just kind of goes, "We need to go. We have things to do tonight and I need to eat." And Mallory just kind of grins a little bit and goes, "Oh, so do I. I'm famished." It's been so good seeing you again, little mouse. As she just kind of leans down towards Zane. You must come round for tea again. Well, a visit.
Maybe one day, but I am quite busy with my friends.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you have business with the Baron, so I won't keep you waiting. And she kind of starts to stride off, and Anik kind of goes, "I'm sorry about her." And just kind of follows. When you look back towards the Baron, the kind of tall man has left. I'm just gonna say what Santa guessed was correct as a Ventru has left the room. And the Baron kind of waves you over as he's puts down a bunch of papers. Kind of goes, "Well, what did you find?"
We discovered that a Camarilla was experimenting using Malkavians, gangrels, or Brujas, preferably Brujas.
Not gangrels.
Not gangrels. Tories, pardon.
Toreadors.
Out of character. Thank you, Sky Boys. Oh no, I'm pretty sure it's just a small person on my shoulder. It's just a literal small person on her shoulder.
Shalaka, he doesn't even need to lean his head, it just stretches from his body.
I lost my train of thought out of character.
You were explaining to him the experiment.
Yeah. Create experimenting on people and other kindred.
Judging from the ones that he's chosen, I assume that he's trying to... What was it again? Separate from the beast? Looks at the others.
He was conducting blood alchemy to create... What would be the best word? Kindreds capable of touching the sun, I think is what he put it. Although he wasn't the experimenter, only the lackey. The experimenter, depending on which sorceress clan he is. Well, all of them are very good at hiding for long periods of time.
Do you have any idea where they may have fled to?
Oh Lord, series of doors into a series of tunnels, wherever they could have gone. Far gone by now. However, it sounded as if an elder, or dare I say it, a prince, okayed his experiments with children. For he had a turned child. That was his child. Not his, but the others.
At this, he kind of
Where he's
leans
gone,
forward.
Where he's gone, I imagine he's crawled back to the ivory tower for now. Or to some other little corner in the city.
All right. If he is turning children, then we need to discover where he's hiding.
For that, we potentially have information in the form of an individual that he had held. On the surface, he cannot recollect anything, but he could potentially have information locked away.
Hmm.
Gestures to the person that we brought in.
Oh, it's good to see you again, Baron. Hmm. Yes, I remember you presenting yourself to me when you arrived in the territory. You were working with them? No, sir. I don't remember what happened. I was on my way to rest for the evening, and then I was captured.
Poor kitten was experimented on, starved to the point of going feral. We actually, at the end of the day, had to rip off his arm just to keep him from being frenzied. So his brain might be a little bit scrambled, but a baron with such resources, I imagine you've got a Malkavian or a Kana or two.
But I do.
I suggest the icepick treatment.
It's kind of like it's like I will help in any way I can, Lord. All right. Leave this one with me. I'll contact you when we have more information. For now, there's something else I would like you to look into. Shouldn't take you long.
Well, of course.
There's a blood leech.
Oh.
He's been
Yeah, kind of. Look at the others. Do the others know what a blood leech is? I forget how long some of them have been kindreds and how induced into kindred society they are.
I think they're all old enough to have heard the term blood leech, if not
Hmm.
be intimately familiar.
Mm.
A
Doesn't
blood
look like-
leech is a vampire that feeds on other vampires.
Which is a big no-no, unless
Yeah.
you're being bloodbound.
I was looking in the keywords for it and I didn't see it.
It's
Thank
a
you.
predator type. It's like how Kaz has her herd of people, where she's an Osiris who feeds off like her fans, or
But
you being a Sandman who only feeds off sleeping people. But
what makes blood leeches especially dangerous is it's an addiction.
yes, an addiction that can lead to diabolicism, which is consuming the soul of another vampire. Basically the true death with just consuming their soul.
You wish for us to capture or kill?
Bring him to me. He's been hanging around Deansgate. He's been evading the people I've sent so far, though.
Evading, not hunting.
Maybe he has a type.
I've just
Do you
got
have a
one.
description of the individual?
He is a tall man, dark skin. He doesn't really. He doesn't speak English very well. I know that much. Seems to
What
have come in on a
language?
ship recently.
Hmm.
He came from. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. Came from some region in Africa. So one of those dialects, I'm not sure which one.
Oh,
The fear.
I'm not going to try and do an accent.
Savant.
Possibly. We don't know too much about him, but he was seen. He was seen feeding on another kindred. He was less seen on.
Deansgate.
He was less seen around Deansgate.
Wonderful.
Because we walk through Deansgate every single time we go to Manchester. It's like, you know how you. It's over near mm, but yeah, he's been spotted in Deansgate. Find him,
Of course.
capture him, and bring
course.
him here. Put him in torpor and
That's why-
drag him back.
That's why we carry wooden stakes.
Well, you capture him
Well,
from. So go and capture him. Bring him back, and I will punish him myself.
of course, my baron.
Last thing we need is diabolatry in the city. We have a Malkavian, which is Leigh, Gangrel, Santa, Tazim, Ranna, Nosferatu is Rebecca.
I didn't mean to physically interrupt. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, you're okay. You are okay.
I don't mind.
Because Santa was doing a dope voice, and I went,
And then-
"This doesn't sound like a Mulk," and I would have put him for Mulk if I had to guess.
No, Lee's the
Oh,
Malk.
no, I'm playing a gangrel. Leigh is the milk.
Sick. Okay, I'm shutting him now. Go on.
It's okay.
Well, on your order we shall. Lillian! Lily.
Yes, baby.
Oh God, when you say it like that, it makes my non-existent heart go. Anyways, cart or foot?
How far away is it again?
Yes, how far? Yeah.
If you look on the map, it's literally like there's the exchange, there's Deansgate.
Well, if it's spitting distance, I suppose we can just walk.
Ah. I long for a hunt.
Alrighty, and he's just hippity hopping his way out.
I almost imagined him to use the window.
I'm not a savage, I'm a brute. And he just continues.
And if we're excused, Lillian will continue. Following BB Woof.
So you all walk around. Sorry. So
Before we begin this hunt, I do need to ask.
mm,
You all know what Diablo is, yes?
He's talking to once we're outside of the parents' place.
yep.
Kind of. You're correct. That is the pace. Oh, yes, yes. When a mommy vampire... why are we using that word? Kindred. Kindred. When a mommy kindred and a daddy kindred love each other very much, they consume each other's hearts, feasting upon each other's blood until one of them dies. The one that dies experiences a fate far worse than true death, where soul and being are consumed into the other. If this kindred has Diablo eyes, he will be capable of great feats and also probably batshit fucking insane. It's gonna be fun!
I wouldn't consider us friends, but go on.
Oh, she was making googly eyes at you, girl. Boy. Thing. Monster.
Yeah, when you caught me off guard, I went, "Yes, girl." That was very embarrassing.
Yes, bringing up bringing up that old Victorian "yes, girl" slang.
Slay, girl.
Mm.
Oh god, imagine there's just a future one where there's an Alcavian who just speaks like a Cali girl because they're like see the future.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's very
sweetheart.
nice with her.
I'll make nicey nice with anything. But a fruit as delectable as a fay, well, that's a commitment I'm not ready for. Also, they taste awful. Oh, yes, I double that. She was looking at you like I look at someone's organs, a beast waiting to pounce.
He says, looking straight at Zane with that Cheshire smile with the sharp teeth.
Well, that's why I'm not going back for tea. I've learnt from my mistake.
But you've been invited. You must. Etiquette. Isn't that what the English people are all about? Back in my day, you all were going around with sticks and swords whacking each other. We were doing the same thing, but in the mountains.
Scones.
Sorry, I'm just imagining you're having this conversation and Lillian's just going past going, scones.
You know, I've never been a scone person. When I was alive, they didn't even exist.
Bread existed. I'm certain.
Of course bread existed. It's existed since the age of Egypt. Even before that.
Lucky.
What?
Lillian just turns immediately
God,
and
you're not a
jokey
fucking
with her.
Christian, are you? If you are, you don't exist. Just need to point that out. Fucking Quesians.
Anik.
Anik.
Any kiss, Judy.
It's alright, you're a Malkavian. You have an excuse. Oh, yes. To be fair, she was extremely uncomfortable when she came to my place as well. Don't know why. I'm lovely interior decorating. And a personality like an angel. God, I miss the Inquisition. I'm not that old. Not that old at all. Where am I? What are we talking about? Italian, Spanish, something.
Spanglish. Also, I noticed
Spanglish.
something. Did you notice that
Mad
the
dog to go
individual...
rabies?
Hold on,
What was that?
Lillian.
Did you notice that the individual that we passed off to the Baron and the one that we're currently going to get both had ship traveling recently?
Wolf is just, with both his hands, going to take Lillian's face in hands and go,
You beautiful, observant genius, you.
If they took the same sort of ship, then potentially we could be dealing with someone who's moving around in that manner. Mm.
Of course it is. It's always linked. You should know that better than everybody is someday a part of the web.
Well, it's just
You
something.
should do more peyote.
If they're not connected, fine, but it's something to keep in mind if they are.
If our friend has feasted, he will probably smell strongly of blood. Not kind blood. Blood leech is an addiction. He must be quite resistive to certain effects. So he's not a Tremere. Because those guys, they're all a bunch of, well, you know. To be prepared for anything, because no matter the clan, if he has diablerized, he will be capable of things that, well, will be unexpected. Also, he'll be incredibly nervous, twitchy even, especially if the Baron's hunting him down. He'd be like a mad dog. And I can get behind that. You know what we need right now?
Mm.
A mad dog!
And with that, we're using shapeshift to turn into a black hound.
Okay.
I had a feeling it was going to go that direction.
So
Does
Wolf just turns
Wolf-
into a dog.
Large, black shuck-looking hound.
Yeah.
Sharp teeth for a dog. It just starts plodding along until we get to
Deansgate.
the place that we're going. Deansgate. Yep.
It doesn't take you long to get there. It isn't far from the exchange. It is a very long road, though. And as you arrive, it's quiet. There's no one on Deansgate at this time of night, just rolling past. Probably about 1 a.m. There's not really anyone around right now that you can see anyway. So what are you going to do now that you're here?
We'll wait and see what the others do first.
So is anyone doing anything now that you're on Deansgate?
Well, I suppose reconnaissance would be the smarter thing. Assuming that they fed here, then I imagine there probably is a crime scene, no?
Well, it depends. If they didn't kill them, even if they killed the kindred, there'd be no body left behind. And the Baron probably wouldn't allow the local police to, if there even was a body left behind, he would probably have cleaned it up. I say out of character. In character, I'm a dog, so woof, woof, woof.
So how do you want to start your search?
We're, like the good boy he is, gonna start sniffing the air, seeing if he can find anything, if he can track anything that smells abnormal to him apart from kind, if he can smell any kindred or anything like that.
Okay. Are you using any disciplines?
So he did use we will use he used his protein, or not his protein, yes, his protein to shapeshift. But we will also go ahead and use sense the beast and see if he can sense any supernatural activity
Okay.
of the kindred type.
So does sense the beast do?
It's using wits plus obfuscate versus the I use wits plus aspects versus their or anybody who's around that has the beast wits plus obfuscate.
Okay. So
But that's
roll me
sorry, apologies. That's only if they're using obfuscate. If they're not using obfuscate, I just roll the wit slash resolve plus aspects.
Okay, do that for me, please.
Will do. That is a 2 in aspects, and we'll use resolve, so that'll be a 2 in resolve. Also, does that require a rouse check? It does not. Okay. That's one success.
Oof. Looking around and sniffing the air, there is the faint kind of coppery metal smell in the air, but you can't quite tell where it's coming from. There is definitely the scent of blood, fresh blood, but you can't quite tell what direction it's coming from. What are the rest of you doing? How are the rest of you searching for this kindred? Yeah. Rekka, were you going to say something?
Yeah, Zane would most likely just be invisible and kind of looking around, just scouting in areas that he would think possibly something could have gone on here, if there's like anywhere kind of like closed off or anything.
So you're looking for any kind of like nooks and crannies and...
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Go ahead and make me... I'm going to say resolve plus investigation. Actually, you can roll that with awareness, not investigation. I'll let you have that.
Awareness, okay.
Yeah.
Awareness, and what was the other one?
Resolve.
So, okay.
2 successes.
Hmm.
As you're kind of slinking through the shadows and checking out the different nooks and crannies, you find a couple of little kind of like dip stairs down into kind of basement areas that have obviously seen some traffic recently. And as you're kind of passing by one of them, you can kind of see blood around like the area. Dried blood. But blood all the same. Leigh, what are you doing? Leigh? There. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anyone else around currently that you can see. Make me a wits plus awareness. Yep. Yeah. Remember, if you have a good reason, you can always put forward that you could use a different thing. But if you give me a good enough reason. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So because it's listening, not particularly tracking, I'm not going to allow survival, but I will allow you to use streetwise for that. Does that have a specialty? No, I mean, specialty means you've got something. No, you don't have a specialty. Okay. Yes. Two successes. As you kind of walking down the street, kind of just listening, you can hear some like distant sound from people in buildings, stuff like that. You don't really hear anything kind of that makes you think different right now. You can't really tell what would be this kindred and what wouldn't be this kindred, if that makes sense. You can hear some music from buildings around you, but you can't really tell if it's kindred or not. Oh,
I forgot to roll a rouse check for my shape change.
okay. Well, hunger increase. Ranna, what are you doing to search?
The Baron said that this person seemed to be fairly new, correct?
Yeah.
Could I utilize... Oh, I just closed my freaking page. Just an intelligent guess, and look for anywhere they might have decided to go hide.
Okay, so you're kind of trying to use your like knowledge to try and kind of figure out where he'd go to hide. So I would say I would allow intelligence plus awareness for that.
All right, thank you.
Two successes.
Nice.
As you're going down the street, you kind of again, there's so many little nooks and like alleyways and basements and things like that that he could hide in, break into, especially if he's a kindred. There's not many places he can't get into. And if he is a blood leech and has like diablerized another vampire, he could be even stronger than a normal kindred right now. But you do kind of, as you're walking down, come across kind of a similar thing that Zane did, where you see the kind of dried blood near one of the alleyways.
Like just smears or like handprint footprint type situation?
It's like splats, like it's dropped. Not like it's splattered across the wall, but like drops have fallen. It's not a lot of blood, but it's just dried blood in that area.
Does it look like the blood is smeared in a direction?
It's more of like drops of blood. It's not really smeared.
Ah. Vertical? Just looks up at the sky.
Mm-hmm. As you look up, you do see some more blood on the wall a bit further up. And a cracked window.
Ooh, I imagine Zane's in the general vicinity, yes?
Yeah, he's invisible, but you can probably guess he's nearby.
Just gentle finger snaps and points at window.
Will I notice that?
I mean, you're pretty much at the same location that she is. You found the dried blood first.
Good thing I didn't step on you.
Oh no, I got stepped on whilst invisible.
Oh
no. Zane would go back. He would go uninvisible. Wait, what is the word? Is it uninvisible?
Just reappear.
Yeah, become visible so then you can see him and look up to the window.
Looks like our hungry friend may have gone inside here.
Baxter, you would also see them all kind of converging in this area. And now that you're kind of closer, you can hear a kind of distinct string sort of instrument. Almost like a droning kind of violin. It's low and droning in sound.
Do we all want to go in the same way, or do we want to go in separately? Oh, sorry, dear, I interrupted you. It'd be better if we knew what kind of kindred they were. Oh?
You're gonna try and force it.
Thanks for doing that today, love.
No worries. Sorry, go on. So yeah. Yeah. Yes. Cool. So let me just read this. So you need to make me a rouse check. Just do /rouse.
/V rouse.
Yeah, /V rouse. And now I need you to roll me a resolve plus all specs. So yeah, your hunger increases. But yeah. Two. It's your discipline that this falls under. Yeah. Still add your hunger. Yeah, 2 successes. You all see kind of Kaz almost like blank out, her eyes going completely like white. And Kaz, you hear for it's disjointed, it's not completely clear, but you hear growling, bestial and screeches, the flutter of wings, and then suddenly there's bats in your vision. Red-eyed, hungry bats flying at you, swarming you. Let me finish. And barely peeking out of the swarm, you see a humanoid, tall, bat-like figure. Same burning red eyes, blood dripping from his fangs. The darkness takes you then. You smell fresh blood. Distinct and potent. The black fades to red as you see a sea of bodies before you. And then you snap back. So it will never, so your premonition will sometimes give you clear stuff, but with 2 successes, it's not going to be the clearest thing. The amount of successes you get dictates what the vision is like. So, oh yeah, definitely. I'm just giving that as a reminder. That's it's determined by the amount of successes you get. So yeah, that's what you saw.
Bats again. Well, remember the individual that we recently just passed off had bat-like qualities, no?
You did.
Mm.
Like when he was in his frenzy, yeah. His
So-
and even though he's a gangrel, so he's a bit bat-like in appearance.
Hmm.
That's his kind of creature aspect that he takes on.
There's not many other clans that really do bat things, are there?
Wolf will change back into wolf.
You're forgetting a very specific clan. You
I know
mentioned a
about the
swarm
Norse.
of bats, yes? Oh, yes. If it's got a swarm, it's a Nosferatu. Gangrels tend to specify into a singular creature, but Nosferatus prefer a broader reach. Far less powerful control, but there's a lot more.
I would, if people are trying to figure out from the clues given in Kaz's vision, intelligence plus occult.
I mean, to Wolf, it doesn't really matter what clan he is.
No,
He's been
Well, if we
told to
better know
hunt
what
the
we're
guy. He's
dealing
going to hunt
with.
him.
Oh, 2 successes.
Yep.
He.
1. Zane?
I'm just doing mine. What was the 2 rolls again?
Intelligence plus occult.
Okay.
So, you 3, yeah, and then you, Zane, being a Nosferatu, you do know about their thing with swarms of creatures rather than just one individual foulness. Lillian, there's something about the description of the person, the kind of humanoid bat amongst the swarm. It's just kind of like tickling something in the back of your mind, but you can't quite put your finger on it. There's something about it that doesn't seem Nos. But you can't quite put your finger on what that is.
Might be something Nos adjacent then.
But yeah. And that's just going off of Malkavian's vision, so.
So at the very least, we should be aware that it is stealthy. For the most part. Just be aware, though, something seems a bit off by the description you gave. Could be something wrong with it.
You said he was from Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's what the Baron said.
I lied. I will have Wolf actually roll to see if these descriptors sound familiar.
He didn't give a fuck until we started talking about it.
Wolf is a country gangrel, by the way.
Yeah.
Not a city gangrel. There are many types of gangrel, and Wolf is now curious. What was the roll? It was
Intelligence plus
occult?
Yes.
All right. Yes. Okay. That's 2 success.
You've been around for a while, Wolf.
Hmm.
And while it very much could be another gangrel, it could be a Nos. But if they truly are doing diabolicism, they could also be picking up traits from whoever they've killed.
That is also true.
But there's something about the way Kaz described how the humanoid looked that reminds you of a story you heard that is only quite recent, that quite recently started spreading And that is maybe a vampire of a Libon legacy. It's an old clan that, again, it's maybe they're seen as offshoots of Nosferatu, but very reclusive to a very and up until probably about the 13th century, no other vampires had really seen them or knew they existed.
Not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a Washin.
It's not a Washin.
Same region, though. Same region. I was close.
It is the same reason. There, you don't know which specific Libel legacy, but the bat-like form makes you think it may be a Kunasi or Bonsam.
If it's a Bonsam, it's more dangerous than an Akunasi, as Bonsam is the lineage clan of the lineage legacy of the Akunasi.
Yeah.
If it's an Akunasi, though, it's a gangrel. If it's a Bonsam, it can be a gangrel or a Nosferatu, which makes sense in this situation. Or not Nosferatu, sorry, Tazim, which also makes sense in this situation.
No,
Three different sets of ugly fuckers.
Bonsam are thought to have descended from Nosferatu, whereas the Akunasi are descended from gangrels.
Yes, but the Libon legacy, the Bonsam is the Bonsam is the legacy in the Dark Ages that later spawned the Akunasi and the Nagloper legacies, which is the Gangrel and the Tzim. Because the legacies aren't just clan based; they are they're like their own sects during the Dark Ages of these times.
Yeah.
And because how kindreds work, that gives them powers, because that's the whole deal with the Hekata. The Hekata is a legacy in a weird sense. It's not actually a clan. Weird stuff. Vampire of the Dark Ages, everybody. That's where I got started. I actually started as a Nugloper. But yeah. So, Wolf, thinking on this, takes a second, looks at everybody, a wide smile.
I'm not good at stealth. Actually, I'm excellent at stealth, but it's more so I don't want to stealth.
Right.
If we're doing this the stealthy way, I will remain here until I'm needed, and you require someone to hunt them down. But I will give you a bit of advice from an old man. Diplomacy won't work here. You get the chance to stab it in the back. You do that. Honestly, I'd go for the throat. It's a little weak spot. You rip out a kindred's throat, they can't exactly drink blood anymore. So good luck. If you acquire me, scream, howl, bark. I'll send Corpse to watch over you.
As the rat pops out of his pocket and crawls along with him.
Mm-hmm. So who's going in? You can see the window open. Like, just cracked and open.
Is that the only way in from this side?
From this location, you could probably walk around the building and try and find a way in that way, but a lot of it is terrace, so it'll take you a while. Like, well, it won't take you a while, you're kindred, but you know what I mean. It's all kind of terraced, so you'd have to go all the way around the back, or try and find a way in through the front. Which seems kind of like the door is kind of behind a metal grate.
Huh.
Seems very well secured.
Well, then I suppose we'll just go through the window.
So who's going in first?
I can invisible.
Yep. Yeah. It's slightly
just
open.
slightly open. Also, Midwestern slang too.
Mhm.
Crack the window. We say that when we're driving trucks.
That's not an everywhere slang?
I feel
I
like
think
it
it's
is
an
an
everywhere
everywhere
slang.
slang because we use that here too sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're Midwestern as well, Anna.
Georgia's
it's just-
Midwestern.
Georgia is south.
Mm.
Deep south.
Depends on the part. Depends on the part of Georgia you're from. Some people in Georgia consider themselves Midwestern. It's weird, but
I consider myself human, but okay.
Yeah. Boom.
Looney Tunes, like freaking, like all the crashing.
Just a lot of pots fall out of the sky just randomly as it happens. So god damn it, not again.
Hey, at least there's no buckets to be kicked.
Just Mallory on the roof dropping them.
You beady-eyed bitch.
If if our dear stealthy friend requires assistance, corpse will be there with them.
BRB a second, I'm just going to the bathroom.
I will also be right back. I'll get a drink.
Ooh, by a break.
Yeah, take this time to get a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever. Alright. So Zane, how are you climbing up to the window?
What is the
It's a-
wall like? Is
it's
there
a second
any
story window.
grippable part? That sounds really wrong. Oh my
I mean, it's a brick wall. Like, it's not like it's quite well maintained. It's like a main road, but it's you could probably try and find something to stick your hands in.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll see what I can find.
So need you to make a dexterity and athletics. I just noticed your dexterity is lower than your strength. I did not expect that.
Did Discord shit the bed for anybody else, or was that just me?
Oh, did it put out?
Discord decided to toss me out and then throw me back in.
Oh. So yeah, make me a dex plus athletics. Zane.
Ha- I put it in voice chat because I was looking at Leigh's bloody
Oh.
name. Sorry. Bloody hell.
I see. One success. You're kind of struggling.
I'm back in the. Yeah, I'm struggling.
Should I give Zane a hand?
You can't see him. He's invisible.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He went invisible before he started climbing.
Yeah, which wasn't the best idea, was it? If I speak, can they hear me? Like, or how does this work?
You can't. Which ability are you using?
Whichever one.
Let's see. So I'm guessing you're using.
I was gonna say Cloak of Shadows. I think.
Cloak of Shadows doesn't make you invisible. It just makes you. Also, you haven't written down your powers. Let me find it. Just need to look at obfuscate because I think it's one of your level 2 powers that you keep using to go invisible. Because you should have more than one ability written down for each. Where's the fucking contents page? There, obfuscate 260. So Cloak of Shadows, Silence of Death. Oh. Unseen Presence. So this is what you're probably using, and technically every time you've used it, you need to be making a rouse check.
Should I make one now? For the one that I've
Yes.
just used.
So /V rouse. Yep, your hunger doesn't change. Because basically, Unseen Presence. With this power, the vampire can now move around while staying hidden. The user is functionally invisible per the usual obfuscate limitations. So it doesn't actually make you invisible, it just kind of makes you blend in with your surroundings. So you're like chameleon mode, almost. And so long as you're not like making there's no overpowering orders and no sound louder than a whisper, it automatically works. Things like see the unseen or spec can detect hidden vampires like this. But I'll make a note of these on your sheet later. And then you've got them for reference.
Okay.
Because you have another power as well from level 1, which isn't written down either. So I'll put them in your sheet later. But we just need to remember every time Zane pops invisible, he needs to do a rouse check.
Yep.
Mm.
I'm gonna be making some hella rouse checks.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get so hungry.
I'm gonna need to eat all the time. It's worth it.
So you're blending in with your surroundings.
Yes.
But you don't quite manage to scramble the wall.
Yeah.
You can speak, it's just it'd get rid of your thing.
Not if it's not louder than a whisper.
You can whisper, yeah.
Well,
Just dejectedly.
I'll
comes
go up
over.
yeah, I will go right towards your character's name is Lillian, right?
Lillian.
Lillian.
Lillian, yeah, that's it. Like, go right next to you and just whisper, bend over, please.
Sure.
I
Lean.
need help.
You need a boost.
Yeah.
All right.
So scramble up onto Lillian's back.
Yeah.
How high up is this window?
It's a second-story window.
Is it safe to say that I could stretch all the way up there?
Use.
That would be Vistitude, if I remember correctly. It would be horrendous to see, but
Oh.
I imagine it would make me tall enough, would it not?
I guess so. There's not much detail about it on your. You have a similar thing with that where there's not much detail about that power in terms of how it works in the system on your. There's nothing in your sheet about how things, the system or duration or cost.
I do believe that doesn't have a thing. Hold on. I'll
Yes,
pull
but
it
it
back.
is something we need to rectify.
Bum, bum, bum. This it is. Got 2 stars of protein, so technically I have fleshcraft standard with that. I'll send you this link. I'm
Yeah.
assuming this is accurate, but it doesn't look like it has any cost to use.
Okay. Let me just check. Yeah, this website is not very, like, using the White Wolf wiki isn't very good because it doesn't actually tell you in detail about what each thing does. Vistitude,
Apologies.
what it actually
Vicitude?
is. Because she's only got the
It-
description down on her sheet, so I don't know what
hold
it
on.
does system-wise.
So, system-wise, the definition is sculpts the flesh of bodies, allowing changes to their own bodies.
That's
Each
the
success on the
description.
roll, each success on the roll allows a single change to be made.
Yes, but we don't know what the role is because she's only got the description down.
Oh, the roll is resolve plus protein.
Okay, let me add that to the sheet.
Also, don't use White Wolf Wiki for V5. Use Paradox's
Yeah.
VTM Wiki. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Please send me links. I am
Yeah,
very
I'll just-
bad
I'll
at
just
finding
send
things unless I am just mindlessly looking at things, if you remember.
No, it's all good. I'll send links.
Yep, and we'll need to get like the details of it
dangerous.
down in like cost, duration, and system because it's not in any of your skills. So we'll need to fix that.
Too.
It's okay. It's okay. Everyone's a bit like it's a new system we're playing, so don't worry. Everyone's still getting used to everything. I'm still getting used to everything. Being the first time I've run this system. So
I am dangerously low on information.
it's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll sort it after the session, okay?
Just a reminder. The handbooks and stuff for anybody that is. The books for VTM are pinned in the Centralia chat. I will also pin, or I'll also have Dion pin the wikis that I'm sending, which are the official Paradox wikis, by the way. So they're basically the stuff out of the book.
Okay, it
if anybody
does
is
have a
unsure about
cost.
things,
Right.
if anybody is unsure about anything, please do some looking in the books.
Yes. So you do need to make a rouse check, Ranna.
So rouse.
Slash V rouse.
Rouse with the Proteinian and resolve.
No, you don't need to. Don't roll that just yet. Just do your rouse check first. So slash V rouse. So your hunger doesn't change, and now roll resolve plus protein. Okay, one success, which is to make yourself taller.
Hmm.
So I'll say you can like make yourself a few feet taller. Also, this is permanent until you change it back, by the way.
Oh, I know. Lillian wears
Um,
clothing specifically for that purpose.
So you do make yourself a bit taller. And
If that's not tall enough, John's coming over and I'm having him pick me up.
I mean, you do also have Wolf there as well, if you want to ask him.
Vampire totem pole,
And
go!
what are you asking me for?
Am I tall enough?
Uh,
Though?
not quite. This is like you're still a bit off. Zane still can't really reach. They're trying to like
What are we
stretch
trying
to
to
reach
do?
the second story window.
Why did we choose to go through the
Why
window instead of the door
are you
again?
doing it like this?
What?
It was grated.
What? Do you want to huck him through the window? That'd be the least
You're a
stealthiest thing.
Nosferatu who can't climb up a wall.
He says, looking at Zane.
Or where we assume Zane is.
Yeah. How close is Wolf compared to Ranna and I's character? Because I can't do anything above a whisper, so Zane will probably just be whispering like, I couldn't climb it, it's not my fault. But he might not be able to hear it.
All right.
Vampire totem pole?
No.
Oh,
Disgusting.
shame. No, it's not as bad as a human centipede.
Of course, the Tazine would bring that up.
All
You can't
right.
see the look I'm giving you. But there is a look I'm giving you.
The DM is judging.
How heavy are you?
He says,
I can-
looking at Lillian.
I mean, I can make myself as light as a feather. If that's what
So
you
can
need.
I.
Fair.
You know what? I'm not stepping in. You all do what you're doing. I said I'd be here until you acquire brute force. So, just continue being you, all.
I mean, you do
I
have
mean,
weight of a feather, Ranna.
yeah. Weight of a feather.
It just...
Just Lillian's
No,
blankly looking at it.
continue being disappointments to the kindred kind. I'll go back to reading.
He says, taking a book out, reading it upside down.
Also, you do have to if you do want to use light as a feather, it is a roll. But like,
Oh, no, if he's not going to help, I don't think I really need to worry about that. Unless he wants to just go ahead and ungrate the door.
oh, wits plus survival is only when activated as a reaction. Understood.
Oh, wait. Is that our issue? Is the doors just grated?
Yeah, it's got a metal
Yes.
grate on it.
And
That's the
after all, you were
entire reason you're
expressing
going
not
out
to
the
want
window.
stealth. Yes.
Oh my god. You are kindred. Even the weakest of you are capable of great strength. One of you literally has the ability to use the great strength without causing a sound. How have you all survived for so long? How have you been hunting? How?
Most of my
Oh
prey is
god,
sleeping,
I
if we're
don't
being honest.
know.
This is true.
All right. This is what we've come to.
Although that is a thought, why hasn't Zane just tried to pick the locks?
You want to go through the window, yes?
That was the path of, quote, least resistant, I assume.
You want to go. All right. Zane, how much does Zane weigh to you?
He's not particularly heavy.
Hmm. I hate taking on any other form. So you'll owe me.
And with that, looking at the two of them, Wolf is going to use shapeshift and turn into a rather large eagle because he can't turn into anything smaller than himself. So it's gonna be fucking those big ass eagles. Because eagles get big,
A
and he is
beagle.
going to attempt to pick up Zane. If he can't pick up Zane, he's picking up Lillian, saying "fuck it," and he's sending Lillian in instead.
I mean, Lillian is holding Zane, so you would be sending two vampires at once.
Send the stretchy vampire.
Wait. Before I shapeshift, hold on. Wait, you can change your entire body.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you just lengthen your arm to reach up to the window and have Zane climb up it like a fucking grappling hook?
Well, I did make my body taller. I suppose I could do my arms next, if that would suit you.
Kaz, do you have anything for them? Right, well, I'm gonna let you get a little bit taller before I turn into an eagle.
You want me to make another one of those checks?
Are you trying to change your body again?
Sure.
How are you trying to change your body?
I mean, it was suggested longer arms. Lillian's going to look so weird at the end of this.
Sure, go on. Yeah, roll your rouse check. You're hungry.
Ugh.
Now roll your resolve plus protein. Also, Santa, you're turning into an eagle.
Not yet. I'm not turning into an eagle yet.
So my hunger
okay.
now is 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, triple success.
3 successes. You can change 3 things.
Sure. Legs, arms. Legs and arms. Arms twice.
Arms twice and 1 leg.
Yes. So it's boop, boop, boop.
Okay. So Lillian's arms grow and snake up further. And one of her legs also gets longer. But just one of them.
Oh my god.
Turn into fucking like that fucking character from like what's it? Huggy Wuggy thing.
Oh my god. Oh no, not
Yeah.
solid fingers.
I mean, you stretch enough to get Zane higher, but I'd like you to make a strength plus athletics. Because you're extending your arms, that doesn't like make them any stronger. You're kind of struggling to hold Zane up, but you kind of like push up enough. Zane, you manage to grab on the edge of the window before Lillian's new noodle arms kind of drip down a bit.
Noodle.
So you're like hanging off the window edge.
Now you better have good
Lovely.
upper body strength.
Oh, don't worry. I look at this roll I'm about to make. I'm gonna
Dex athletics.
I
I
swear to God.
swear to God.
Don't
Not
do
in the
this, please.
alleyway.
Thank you. Look at that. My upper body strength is incredible.
Immaculate.
So you managed to pull yourself up and kind of like, or you're now kind of like crouched.
Yeah,
Like
I'm like awkwardly crouched to
on
not
like the
fall.
very narrow window ledge, just holding onto the window frame, like.
Yeah.
So you're gonna.
Well, let's see if it does.
Outwards. So it takes you a bit of maneuvering, but you manage to kind of pull it outwards while like keeping on the ledge.
Yeah, he's just gonna try to get in as soon as possible because yeah, he's like we have been idiots like these past like 15 minutes.
Roll me a Dex plus Stealth.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh.
critical success.
I like that.
You only got one fail, and that was on your hunger dice. It was barely a fail as well. Wait, 1 second. So, with that roll, you managed to slink in. You're kind of looking around, sticking. Um, you climb into the room, slinking into the shadows almost immediately. There's the light in here is very low, flickering candlelight. A candle that is almost completely burnt out. And in the quiet of the dark, you hear wheezing, gasping. And quiet struggling. What? He hears wheezing and gasping. Hmm?
Oh my god, sure. Sorry. I knew you was gonna do that. I just had a feeling.
There's almost
It probably is as well.
a kind of rumbling growl. Do you go further in?
Um, quietly, like very slowly, I'll take some further steps in.
You slink forward, keeping to the shadows. And as you peek around the door frame into the next room, you see a very large, probably around 6'5", creature. Bat-like in appearance, but humanoid. Leant down over a smaller figure. Humanoid too. Um, uh, distinctly wearing kind of like ratty clothes. Kind of creature is just hunched over, and you can see their kind of hands kind of digging into like the flesh of the creature and kind of like trying to claw at it to get away as it's kind of pinned under it. You can hear the person underneath just gasping and trying to get away, but they're just growing weaker by the second. You watch this happen. as you watch this bat-like creature feed. What do you do?
Is this room also like dark, flickering lights as well? Like, what's the setup?
Yeah, it's still like dark, flickering candlelight. It seems to be a kind of abandoned floor. It's not doesn't seem like it's being used by the building it's a part of.
Okay, it's just like person who's being attacked. Does it look like they're gonna be killed? Or is it just more like gonna be fed until a point where they're just weak from the way this big boy's going on it? Emma
He
don't look
doesn't
like that. It's vampires. Sorry, I just had to quickly I got a very dodgy look.
It probably didn't help that you called him Big Boy.
Yeah, yeah, but he is a big boy. He's big, he's tall.
I know, but it probably didn't help.
It didn't help with the context.
I'm just saying his vampires probably doesn't help with the context either. Like,
No, it doesn't. He's still giving me dodgy looks now.
he doesn't. The creature doesn't show any signs of stopping, and you can see the one underneath can kind of struggling now to kind of keep fighting. He doesn't show any signs of slowing down on his feeding.
Sorry about that.
Sorry?
It's back.
So you can probably ascertain that he may kill him.
Yeah. Zane would pause because he would be in very much two minds of, do I just stay back and let it happen, or do I intervene and like pause a scene? But Zane's gonna be brave and gonna go for almost like trying to help this person and get this guy off him, the kindred off him.
So, how are you going to try and do this?
Which way are they facing compared to me? Is
Uh,
it towards me, like the kindred towards, or like facing away?
he's kind of faced away, like at an angle. He's like, so say the door is like to the south of the room. He's kind of in the center, facing the east, but he's like bent over this other figure, so he's not looking
Yeah.
towards the door at all.
Okay. That'll probably give more time for Zane to kind of almost get a little run up to basically grapple him and try to get him off him, which probably won't go well, but let's try it.
Okay. Just a quick thing as a tip.
Yes.
Wolf did state earlier that everyone had wooden stakes.
Oh, well, Zane will have that in his hand then. Whilst he's gonna go and like charge at him whilst he's busy.
So are you gonna go straight into try and putting him into torpor?
Um.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it's like him blending in. So
Okay. Yes. So obfuscate isn't don't picture obfuscate like your skin camouflaging. Picture it more like a veil of energy bending the light around you. So
yeah.
like clothing and tools are also affected.
Okay, that's good to know.
In definition, what it actually is it's you bending the shadows around.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But are you going to go straight in for trying to like stake through the heart, or like?
Yeah, I will try to kind of, since he's bent over, probably like go around him and kind of almost like uppercut the stake into his chest. That's kind of the plan. I'm like trying to
Okay.
like figure this out with like my arms currently, how it would work.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, are you going to be sneaky trying to get around him?
He's very distracted right at this point with his feeding.
Yeah.
I think Zane will take some precaution, but I don't think he'll be at like his stealthiest he could be, because he does want to try to get it done and over with as quick as possible.
Okay. I'd still say make me a dex plus stealth, and I'll do a roll for him as well.
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
4 successes.
Could have been worse. It could have been a total failure, and then I would have just been a total failure in life.
So he doesn't see you or hear you as you go around him.
Yeah.
But now, if you want to dive around now quickly to try and stake him, I'm gonna need a strength plus melee,
Okay.
which isn't actually bad for you. You've got 6 dice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna go really bad now. Let's just see this. Oh, get in!
Never mind.
Get
That's
wrecked!
that's an
absolutely
action.
wrecked!
That is a full success. You forgot your hunger die, but I'll take the last one as it.
Wait, did I not do hunger?
No,
I got
it's fine.
excited.
It's fine. The last dice will be your hunger die.
Do it again. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a true critical. That's every dice is a pass. I'm just gonna make
Yeehaw.
a roll, just a little roll for him. It's not going to stop what happens. It's just to see.
Yeah. Thank you, dice gods. Thank you. I tried not to kill him.
Okay. So, what? Yeah, you did. You know, off the top of my head, I don't know. But you duck round Zane quick as can be, and with strength you didn't really know you had. You don't even go under the ribcage; you go right through it
Damn. I'm a badass.
and push the stake straight into his heart. there's almost a thrashing of him as he kind of swings his massive arm out and kind of like knocks you back before he collapses backwards. And you see the person below him is another kindred. And you can tell blatantly because this is another Nosferatu.
Oh, it's a little Nosferatu gang.
With almost face like the skin has been peeled back and almost skull-like.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of led there. She's still she's not dead. She's not gone. You stopped him before he was able to.
Yeah, but quite injured.
Yeah, she's not okay. Not only does she seem to have aggravated injuries, but she's going to be starving. Given how much blood was, she looks like she wasn't far off.
Yeah.
But at the minute, she's just kind of led there, taking it in what just happened.
Yes. I think Zane would probably stand there for a couple of seconds being like, I didn't know I could do that. A bit shocked at his own performance that he just did.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of a good question, though.
It becomes muted.
Because they're technically dead. They're just not final death.
Yeah. Yeah. It starts to get quieter and quieter until it's barely a.
What was that?
Or they get far away. It's just getting quieter and quieter and quieter until it's not really audible.
Well, that's good.
I was so close to saying, "Oh shit, he's gone away," but then I was like, "No," because Zane would literally, as you would probably all be realizing, like Leigh's character be realizing, I think he would still be standing kind of in shock, and then probably going over to the injured kindred.
Yeah. Also, you do take 1 superficial damage just from getting smacked by the creature.
Well, shall we join Zane up there then?
Yes.
I question not the inner workings of a Malkavian.
He's going to crawl up the side of the wall, up to the window.
Okay. Are you using anything to do this, or just like your
Yes, we
claws?
are.
Or
He's using his feral weapon claws.
yep. So a rouse check.
Ooh, wee hungry boy.
Yeah. Also,
actually, hold on.
I do realize that Zane has rolled 2 criticals this game.
Yes.
But yeah, so you get your claws out and you start climbing your way up. You easily kind of slip in through the window, and you see in the other room big, the very large kindred with a stake in his chest, and Zane just crouched over another kindred.
To put it out, we
Oh,
are
no.
we are at 3 out of 5 hunger. So as Wolf appears in the window, Wolf's eyes are like this sickly yellow, and his teeth appear even sharper. 2 more hunger, and he's hunger frenzy.
Yeah.
But so he is, as he sort of crawls into the window, looks around, looks at Zane with the person, looks over at the torpor thing.
All right. I'm proud of you. Ah!
I snapped the slinky.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, no.
Like, my slinky. Damn.
Oh no.
That shows how much I've been playing with it, though. Every time I'm just like sat down, I'm messing with it. I've got 2 though. I've got the orange one and I've got a pink one.
Slink.
I wouldn't mind more slinkies. They're actually really fun.
Actually, that is an idea. What year is it again?
1856. 1856.
Okay, yeah. You got at least 100 more years before you can have a slinky.
Specifically, 1856.
1943.
Yeah.
I will
You live that long.
diablerize you.
But yeah, so Wolf, you see Zane crouched over the other kindred. How are you 2 getting up? I mean, Lillian can probably just like long leg her way up at this point.
I mean, all I've got to do is latch onto the windowsill and then just retract everything.
Okay, so first, Lillian, you need to make another rouse check.
Lillian's gonna be hungry after this.
Yes. Oh, there you go. You're also on 3 hunger now.
Okay.
The
And
only
then
difference between you and me is I've got a blood potency of 2.
yes,
Mm.
which makes the hunger worse.
And then it was what again?
Resolve plus protean.
Resolve plus protein. E.
2 successes, so you can change 2 things, which I'm guessing is going to be both your arms.
Yep.
Why is there 3 hunger? No, you still only roll 1 hunger die.
I only roll 1 hunger die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need
Okay.
to roll 3.
I'm over here like, Hunger die goes up when I get hungry.
Yeah, she will do, because she can only change 2 things. But yeah, you can pull yourself up, but make me a strength plus athletics to see if you can also pull Kaz, who is latching onto you like a baby koala.
So it's just one hunger die.
Yes.
Success.
Yes.
Oh yeah, easy. You managed to pull yourself and Kaz up fairly easily.
I'll probably retract my leg once we get on the windowsill and I drop her off.
Well, you have to roll another rouse check and another resolve plus protean to retract your leg. She becomes pool noodle.
Oh my god.
Oh god, you're
Oh,
for it.
God.
This is getting
she's
bad.
hungry.
Stop doing this.
Welcome to the Tazim.
One more, and you're like, you're in trouble if you fail one more rouse check.
That's gross. No offense, that's gross. I just need someone who's sleeping.
As you say that, you see Wolf has taken out a fucking jar from his coat, has popped the cork. Celebration! Takes out a fucking lung and
Yep.
that is
You
the one
remove
stored
1
organ
point of
we
hunger.
have. Actually,
Just
you click on them. I don't remember how organ works with removing. Hold on. When it comes to removing hunger.
I forget what happens to a Tazim once they get hungry.
You turn ugly.
Ah, cool. So I am
Although
just
your bane / compulsion. So I think I'm the only one that when I get hungry, that enters frenzy.
Yeah.
The rest of you start losing willpower. I completely, as a gangrel, my bane, I've got 3 frenzies. I've got anger frenzy, hunger frenzy, and fear frenzy. And hunger frenzy is virtually the worst when I get 5 hunger. As a Tazim, you have your compulsion, which can happen when you end up failing so badly at something, and what that causes is essentially the DM decides you want something, and every roll you take that is not to get that something has a negative has a negative to it. Essentially, as a Tazim, you have to take that something. It's the greed, the dragon, because greed is the Tazim's bane, whereas for gangrels it is frenzy, and also it is 1 per organ. So we are numbing down as I will slake off that one back to 2.
Which is what happened to poor Edward.
He
He was bled and starved.
well, let's hurry this up so I can get back to get something to eat.
So yeah, you see you two get up there and see the big creature torpid on the floor, and Zane crouched over another kindred.
Well, at least he didn't fall underneath it.
Zane, aren't you gonna ask?
Ask?
You're standing there over her. Aren't you gonna ask?
Ask what?
A favor, obviously. You just did her a favor. She's alive because of you. She owes you something. You don't have to ask the favor now, but geez.
Yeah, that's what
All
I was
right.
gonna say. She's dying over here. She's not doing too well. Look at her.
Yeah,
She's a kindred. She'll be fine. Lillian, tell John to get the carriage.
He says as he's grabbing the dude.
Ah! Baron Moraine.
Moraine.
Mhm.
She kind of
What's
just
her
like
name?
pushes herself up.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Victoria.
Ah. A Nosferatu.
Yeah,
Named
she
Victoria.
yeah. Her face is kind of like it looks like the skin's been pulled back from her face, almost leaving like a skull-like visage.
He's got to look at her, look at Zane, look at her, look at Zane, look at her, look at Zane.
No, he's still uglier.
Oh, come on. No
Rather
offense to you, but
disgusting. Also, apologies for saving your life. Apologize to her for saving her life.
He's taking the body.
Just Wolf throws the like massive bat-like creature over his shoulder.
We're using fortitude to assist in that as
Yeah.
well, by the way. As we're just like gonna get up to the window.
Leigh,
Looks
see-
it
tell
in,
me there's
looks
an
at the
easier
window,
way to get
looks
out.
it in, looks at the window.
He's in torpor. Fall wouldn't kill him, right? How old was he?
Mm.
Well, given he was called very young, I don't think he's that sturdy.
Damn it, fucking near. He starts like he just starts looking for you, Victoria, stairs, front door, back door, preferably cellar door.
Right.
Neonates being too weak to
Kind
take
of
a fall.
pushes herself up. Like she has some very aggravated wounds. She's taken aggravated damage from a scrap with this guy.
You need something to eat.
Yeah.
He's gonna look around.
Any dead bodies?
Are there any dead bodies in this room, actually?
Nope.
Zane, how many lungs do you have?
what?
Never mind. It probably tastes about as good as you look. We'll grab you a snack on the way.
Mm-hmm. Kind of goes. I can drink pretty much anything.
Oh, good.
Old lung blood and viscera.
Ugh.
Ah, I
Jesus.
prefer more fleshy things. Ugh.
She's an iron gullet sewer rat. Like
Hey, same with Wolf, except he eats dead bodies.
she'll eat what she can
Well.
get.
Oh,
So-
Zane, by the way, Zane, come here.
She just kind of looks at you because like, if you're willing to spare it, I would be grateful. You could always
Do you need them Kaz, do you need them alive or dead? Do you have a specific taste and emotions? If not, I have some dead people that I can probably keg like a fucking barrel.
You haven't got anything written in it.
If you're
She's
what
Iron
are you?
Gullet 3.
No, what's the predator type again?
Osiris.
Oh yeah. If that's the case, yeah, you'd prefer them alive. You'd prefer them from your herd.
Go back to the fairy tale you came out of. Fucking disgusting. Feeding from the living. Fucking savages. Not my fault you can't evolve. Anyways, Zane.
He would have headed over when you first called him over to you.
Congratulations.
Lillian just blinks one eye after the other.
Sorry. Wiggles like noodle.
Just
I
multitude
succeeded
of
in putting it.
eyes.
I succeeded putting the leg back to normal.
She did.
I fear for you all when she fucking learns how to use horrid form.
Yeah.
Reveals her true Tazim form, because fun fact, the horrid form is actually the true form of the Tazim. The human form is not.
There's just a series of eyes.
Wolf will look at Zane.
You have vanquished your first foe. Congratulations! You're a sick fuck who murders people for a living. I'm proud of you. Now
Thank
carry
you.
this.
He says, popping the body onto him.
Jesus Christ.
Zane immediately gets buried under flesh.
I mean, probably.
Yeah, Zane probably would.
Yeah,
This
you can
guy's-
actually make me a strength plus athletics to see if you can like hold him.
Let's see if my dice
Well,
luck is still here.
While he's doing that, Wolf is checking his pocket watch. What time is it?
After all that, it's probably about 3.
Strength plus what was it?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Wolf will look at Lillian.
We don't have enough time to really go back to the Baron.
Me, you do. He's around the corner.
Oh, yeah, he is around the corner, isn't he? For some reason, I thought we drove here in the carriage. Never mind. We've got
No.
enough time to go back to the Baron. Shush. I don't know why you would say such a thing, Lillian. Why would you say we don't have enough time to go back to the Baron? He's right around the corner.
Although for transferring bodies and injured individuals, I did have John go get the carriage.
Wonderful. Victoria, right?
Uh-huh.
You have any place to stay?
I just
Zane,
kind
you
of...
saved her. She's your stray puppy now. She's staying with you.
Mhm.
Fine, you can.
I
you can
mean,
join.
considering Zane stays at the hotel.
Yeah, I do, and
I'll commission a bunk bed.
I live in a morgue.
But Victoria will go over after accepting the vial from Kaz and just kind of pull open the locked door. He's gonna go. Stairs go down from here.
All right.
You all head down.
Wolf.
Oh, go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say Wolf heads down.
You all head down the stairs. They're still very tired looking Nosferatu. kind of hobbling along beside you. And at the bottom waiting for you is John with the carriage.
How did you get inside?
Hmm?
I imagine the stairs lead to the front door. It's like a fucking terrace upper floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like the lower floor seems to be some sort of office of some kind. Lots of like desks and like papers, ink and that sort of stuff. But the upper
He's
section seems to have been locked off.
also he's your schlocker. You order him to do something, he'll either do it or he'll die trying.
Yeah. Because I imagine you kind of told him before you went in the building.
Yeah.
Because he was downstairs with you.
Mm.
And then he's waiting for you outside with the carriage. Mom. He
Excellent as always.
opens the trunk storage.
All right, stuff the big thing in the back.
Just Zane still struggling to carry it, like just thump.
What was that about noodle legs?
Yeah, my legs feel like noodles right now, honestly. God, that sounds wrong again. What am I doing? Oh my god, I'm actually no, this isn't happening. I'm not feeling it tonight. I get a bit quirky at night. I'm like a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic. Jesus.
If one more person mentions noodles, I will turn you into Kung Pao chicken.
Oh, I could just go for that.
You all pile into the carriage, and Victoria's like waits to see if she's invited.
Well, come on.
She will step inside.
Are you one of those?
No, I just have manners.
Ah, well, that's boring.
She doesn't have that flaw, no.
Well, at least she doesn't have
flaws,
that.
they fucking funny.
But you all pile in and head back around the corner to Baron Mordhane's haven. And again, you kind of slog up to the top floor, now dragging a 6'5" body. With the help of John this time.
Good old John.
And you arrive at the doors again. You knocking?
Yep.
Yes. Enter. You go inside. Still carrying the big guy. And with the new Nosferatu in tow. We're nearly done for the session. It's alright. He kind of smiles as he sees you dragging the big body in, which has now reverted back to a more human form. Over the course of transporting him. He goes, "Good work. Now he will face true death in a most painful way." Yes.
Sorry, I forgot about something. Victoria, what's your last name?
It better be secret.
No.
Why do you think I saved her?
Rutha.
Of course, yes. Baron, allow me to introduce you to the survivor of this most heinous criminal, and also a recent missing person in the newspaper, Miss Victoria Ruther.
He kind of like steps forward, kind of staring down at her. And is like, who's your sire? I don't know. Mm. This is great. First a gangrel forced into frenzy, now a abandoned childer.
How old are you, Victoria?
22.
No. Wait, is that including...
He starts motioning for the face. After that, turned into that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're a baby.
Mm. Maybe a week, 2. It's been a bit of a blur.
What do you remember?
I remember I was I'd run away from home. And as I was traveling, someone jumped me. When I woke up, I was
How'd you
like
travel?
this. I was walking the roads. Didn't have much
Someone
choice but
just...
to keep going at night. I woke up in a barn outside the city. No. Was it? It was a warehouse, I think. I woke up alone, though. There was no one there. And my face was like this.
Oh, you poor, sorrowful child. If I may, Baron Moraine, I think she might be connected to, a Camarillon friend. Not by choice, of course, the poor thing.
Unattended childers can be a problem.
Oh,
But
yes.
if they're truly part of this investigation, until we know I'm putting her in the care of your coterie.
Zane! Your proud Nosferatu papa. Treat her how to be one of you.
Nothing
I'll
like a
teach
good
you the
old-fashioned
ways.
adoption.
Yes, I've accidentally adopted a person now.
Oh,
Mor-
wonderful.
Mortaine's not happy. And he kind of like looks and goes, and find her, sire.
Alive or dead?
He needs to be made an
just-
example.
So alive.
Yes.
Until you yourself decree otherwise. Very well.
As you're kind of there, kind of discussing this, he's kind of gone, and you see he's kind of hooked a couple of chains to the floor and kind of attached them to the wrists and ankles of this kindred. And then he opens the blinds. I'll remove the
Ooh.
stake before I leave. I'll watch, but from another room. A blood leech does not deserve the honor of being killed by my hand. Go. I'll contact you when we have information.
Of course.
And with that, you all return to your various places of rest. Everyone is going to get 3 XP tonight.
There's a little XP thing.
Where?
It's on the second page.
By the way, Victoria
You
isn't
should
the name
have-
of the thing Mika wanted me to look for, right? It was somebody else.
Yeah, someone else. You should have 2 already.
So 5 total.
Yeah.
Cute. Thank you for reversing my page. I would have been looking at that front page for a very long time.
But yeah. So that's where we're going to end it for this evening, and I hope you all enjoyed.
Yes.
It's always a delight.
To be fair, fighting that guy was not the best idea. Like going in a full-on head-to-head fight with him.
Yeah, no, that's why I have my doubt. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing it again. I don't think I'm gonna try my luck like that in the future.
Because
Yeah, I don't want it to go any lower than 100%.
well, that's the reason you got 3 XP, because he was a bonsum. He was the much kind of stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So yeah. But he's going to face true death at the hands of the sun come morning.
AKA the only real way to make sure any type of kindred fucking dies.
Yep. He's not the Baron's not taking chances with this guy.
It's also to all 3 sects considered the most dishonorable way to die.
Yeah.
It's like a blood hunt gives you the chance of surviving. Death by sun is pure just execution.
Yeah. And he doesn't, to Baron Mortain, he doesn't deserve an honorable death at all.
Yeah. Because a blood hunt gives them a chance, and what we did was not a blood hunt, it was an obtainment.
Yeah, he'll never send you on a blood hunt for a blood leech. But yeah. I'm glad you all enjoyed, and yeah.
Now Zane's got a little baby vampire.
Yeah, your coterie's got to babysit for a bit. Hey, maybe their thing's euphoria. Maybe their like thing is just like euphoria. Their freaking resonance. But yeah. But yeah, now the entire party's met Mallory.
Oh, my bestie.
Yeah.
My bestie. Yeah. My bestie.
I feel like
yeah.
if things were different, her and Wolf would very much get along.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's that. But at the minute, she seems fairly fixated on Zane.
Of course.
Of course, my very handsome face that I've got totally.
Truly the finest of Nosferatu expressions.
Yeah, but Anik doesn't seem to be having a good time hanging around with this woman.
Yeah, no, I think she mentioned it when she warned me about the not
She
going around
she
tea.
mentioned not liking
Yeah, but saying
her.
she's useful for information, which we all now know about the entire
Yeah.
party.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.